Sophie Faldo has won the 8th series of the Great British Bake Off. She beat rivals Stephen CarterBailey and Lyon in tonight's show and won the coveted cake stand, the first since the show moved to Channel 4. Sophie Faldo has won the 8th series of the Great British Bake Off. Sophie's ode to the honeybee won her the title. The judges were impressed by her showstopper in Treme, which she called Ode to the Honeybee. Prue Leith called it beautiful and said the taste was amazing, impressed with the lemon and lavender filling. Paul Hollywood said he loved it, putting a smile on Sophie's face. Kate's effort also impressed with its citrus flavors and melt-in-the-mouth jelly. Stephen's yin yang received a mixed response, with Paul praising the look of the glaze but criticizing the layers inside. He was critical of the banana and chocolate flavors overpowering the dessert. She beat rivals Stephen CarterBailey and Lyon in tonight's show. Sophie and Stephen hugged after the final challenge. As the final challenge came to an end, Sophie gave Stephen a big hug, and host Sandy Tokesvig looked overcome with emotion, having grown attached to the contestants. Assessing the finalists, Paul said, "You have something exceptional from Sophie." Stephen's let himself down a little bit. After being crowned winner, Sophie said, "What a privilege. It's pretty mega." She and Stephen are now planning a trip to Scandinavia to visit bakeries and see the Northern Lights. Stephen's yin-yang design looked impressive, but the judges criticized its flavors. Kate's effort drew praise for its citrus flavor. Prue Leith accidentally let slip the winner of the Great British Bake Off a whole 12 hours before the final aired. And following on from the gaffe, social media users couldn't resist sticking the knife in that little bit more, taking to Twitter in their droves to mock the show's star as you do. Letting their imaginations run wild with them, users of the site had flooded it with memes and gifs just an hour after Prue dropped the clanger earlier on today. The Sun Online agreed not to reveal the details of her tweet in order to preserve the result for the show's 6 million fans, but luckily many of the gifs only poked fun at Prue and didn't reveal the winner. Prue Leith mistakenly revealed the winner of GBBO 2017 today. She dropped the clanger on Twitter, tweeting the result 12 hours before the show went live, making herself a prim target for witty meme gif lover. One of the main recurring topics in the posts was former Bake Off queen, Mary Berry, getting her revenge on the South African cookery writer and restaurateur. It was a bit of a no-brainer following the dramatic move the show made to Channel 4, which saw Paul Hollywood become the only surviving cast member. They do say revenge is a dish best served cold, though maybe it's just as good in cake form. The general theme of many tweets was Mary getting her revenge on Prue, buying her Twitter and causing mayhem. But would the fan favorite really do that? Others turned their attention to something a little more slapstick, imagining the pure chaos of what Prue, her team, and everyone at GBBO HQ was doing after the gaffe. The general consensus was either mayhem, or something close to the apocalypse. Taking whisks, the 5 most scandalous moments of the Great British Bake Off, from custard gate to Jaffa cake dunking.